Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Burgundy and today I'm going to be doing my AncestryDNA results. I'm so excited about this because we already did the 23andMe results and that was so much fun. But now we're going to do Ancestry and we're going to compare the two. So if you didn't already see the 23andMe, you can go back and watch that video. But this is going to be the Ancestry.com. Woo! I'm so excited. I gotta log into my computer here and get these results. Alright, I'm already looking at them. I get so excited when I'm doing these videos just because, like I've said before in the 23andMe ones, I have no clue what I am. And the 23andMe results didn't tell me like exactly what I was. It kind of just told me like, hey, you're from West Africa. And I'm just like, alright, I need to know more. And already looking at the DNA results for Ancestry, I can already tell that this one is going to be better for me because these results tell me like exactly what I am. So I'm just going to start off with the biggest percentage and then go down to the lowest. So far, the most percentage is 25% Ivory Coast, Ghana. So that's so crazy to me because I don't really know anything about who I am, and it's crazy to be like, alright, I'm from West Africa, but most of me is from Ivory Coast, Ghana. That's absolutely crazy because I'm probably never going to go there. I know I live in Italy, which is very close to Africa, but there's a lot of things that I have to do, especially being affiliated with the military, to go into Africa. So yeah, I'll think about it. I'm not sure. I gotta see everything that I have to do to go there, but just imagine if I went back to anywhere in Africa and be the first people from my family from since how many years to go back to Africa, which is just amazing. Alright, so then the next thing is 16% Cameroon, Congo. By the way, Penny's right here. Penny, show them you. My hand smells like lotion, so the next percentage is Senegal. Okay, it's 10%. And for 10%, I have three things. I have Senegal, Nigeria, and Ireland, Scotland, and Wales. So now we can see in the 23andMe results, there was a pretty decent amount of European, and we already can see that it's right there. It's okay, this is your main percentages, and then you have 10%, and one of them's European, which is so weird to me that I have that much European in me. But yeah, so all of the places that I have of Africa are very, very close together. So Ghana, Cameroon, Senegal, Nigeria, very, very close to each other. So I guess a lot of migration went on in those areas, and I guess people obviously mated with other people from other countries. So that's pretty cool, that I'm just a big mix of African, which is cool. So then the next percentage is 9%, and I have African Southeastern Bantu. So this is the only Southern African that I have, and it's only 9%, which is not a lot. So yeah, most of my ethnicity is from West Africa, besides that little 9%, which is really cool. And then 8%, I'm probably gonna Benin and Togo, which is right in the middle of Cameroon and Ghana. So it's just a mix of all of the West Africa, which is really cool because that showed that a lot of these people were obviously migrating and meeting different people from other countries and just doing things that I'm not gonna say, but it's really cool. And then the next percentage I have is 5% Mali. Mali's in Africa as well. It's in West Africa, and yeah, so basically a lot of West African. And then 5 we just did 5%, and then I think the next percentage are my 2%. So I have 2% Native American, 2% Scandinavian, 2% Africa, South Central hunter-gatherers. So yeah, that's pretty cool. That's a little bit more of the Southern Africa. Ooh, that's so crazy. And then I also have like less than 1% Europe West, which is like German and stuff like that, which is like nothing. But yeah, that's crazy. So these results are a little bit different from the ones on the 23andMe. These ones are way more specific. Like, you're this, you're this, you're this, you're this. As the ones in 23andMe are like, you're from a little bit of here, a little bit of here, a little bit of here, a little bit of here. But this one is like telling you like the exact places. So you can kind of tell in my DNA results that I'm definitely someone that is a product of slavery. Because a big part of slavery is obviously from West Africa, which is where most of everything that I am is made up of, is in West Africa, where most of the slaves came from. So you can definitely tell that my ancestors were definitely American slaves. And it's also on here as well. So my grandma was born in Dillon, South Carolina, and the one thing about these results that's just like making me like, what the freak, is the fact that they have South Carolina African Americans. And I'm just like, my grandma was born and raised in South Carolina. And that's so crazy that this is on here, because my grandma was born in South Carolina. I think it's so crazy because it's like something that I haven't put on Ancestry.com. It's not anything that's on here that people know, but it's like, it's not anything on Ancestry that like they would know that my grandma's from South Carolina. And the fact that like it came up in my DNA that my ancestors and that my family comes from South Carolina is just so cool, which is another reason for me to believe that this is so much more accurate than 23andMe. This one is being like actually using your genetics to show so much more than you explain to them, which I just like, that's so crazy. Let's see what else. I'm so excited. So I'm looking at the South Carolina on America right now. I'm looking at South Carolina right now, and it's basically, and this, where this orange is, it might not even focus. It's basically showing people that have the same DNA as me that live in America. And what's really cool about it is there's some people in Virginia, North Carolina, South Carolina has the most orange, Georgia, Alabama, Mississippi, and some parts of Florida, which I'm like, let me find out that I have family that I can be visiting. Well, I already know I have family in South Carolina, but they don't actually have anything like covered in Pennsylvania, which is really weird because I have a lot of family in Pennsylvania and also in New Jersey, and they don't have any of that on there. So I'm guessing these are all people that have actually done 23andMe and have like the same results, or results very similar to me. In South Carolina, blacks outnumbered whites by almost 2-to-1. Most were enslaved and working on rice and indigo plantations, though almost 10,000 free people of color called the state home as well. After the Civil War, both adults and children crowded into schools to educate themselves, a right that has been prohibited before emancipation. Others ran from and won political office in an effort to change the government from the inside. Yeah, that's really cool. Then there's also all of these like historical insights which talk about life after slavery, African Americans serving in the Civil War, life as an enforced slave African American, life abroad, a slave ship, which I know kind of a lot about that stuff. Oh, did I say Arkansas? There's also have some people in Arkansas that have the same stuff as me. Then they also have more facts about clinging to the black belt. Oh wait, okay, never mind. I just looked up more recent family of mine, and I have, yes, I told you guys about the Arkansas, but also now Pennsylvania is coming up, and also Connecticut, which is really cool. They show you so much, and that's like so much about, you know, like who you are just off of your DNA. So there are so many things in here. Also, I've been getting a lot of people asking me like, hey, we might be related, and stuff like that. And I'm like, this is so cool. Alright, so I'm gonna conclude this video with just saying that preferably for someone like me, I think that 23andMe just didn't like get me all the way there that like I wanted to get. The results were basically exactly the same. And the 23andMe, it said I had like 13% European and like 80 something percent, 83 to like 84% West African and like 13% European, which were my top two. So that was very accurate. It was very accurate in the sense of like the percentages were right on. They were exactly the same basically, with the 2% Scandinavian, the 10% Irish, and then like negative or less than 1% of Europe West. So basically a lot of the results were exactly the same, and most of my results were African or in Africa, which is exactly what I am. So the results were very similar for both of them. I just think that the Ancestry one like hit the nail on the head, because I wanted to know exactly what I was, exactly who I was, what made up this person, what made up me. And I felt like Ancestry definitely got that for me than the 23andMe. The 23andMe, I was like left with questions like, okay, well, I'm from West Africa, but like where in West Africa am I mostly from? And I got that with Ancestry.com. So I think that Ancestry.com is way, way better than 23andMe if you don't know exactly what you are already. So thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I love this little mini series thing that I did with the finding out like who I am and what ethnicity I really am, instead of just being like, oh well, I'm black. It's like, okay, well, I'm black, but I'm from here. So yeah, that's really cool. But thank you guys so much. Please stay tuned to a lot of new videos that I'm going to be having in the next couple weeks. I'm in college right now, so I am pretty busy, but I am going to try to squeeze in some videos every now and again. Hopefully I can do like at least one video a month. That way I can still get all my schoolwork done too, you know. But thank you guys for watching. I love you guys all so much, and see you next time. Bye.